Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to take a quick look at the game Stack and Attack. Stack and Attack is a game for 3 to 4 players, ages 12 and up. Average play time is 30 minutes. Now, it's important to note that there is a 2-player variant to this game in the manual, so if you only have 2 players, no problem. Vinny and I played a 2-player game and it worked fine. If you haven't heard of this game before, that's okay. It's actually being funded through Kickstarter right now, so there's a good chance you haven't heard of it yet. But Stack and Attack is a deck building game, a very easy one. In fact, I highly recommend it as an introductory game of sorts to the genre. It's that easy to play. So with that said, let's take a quick look at the components and what the game has to offer. Okay, well, as you can see here, there's certainly a lot of cards to take stock of, but it's really not all that complicated. First, let's take a look at this foldable track. Each player is going to get one of these, and their object is going to be to stack rocks onto this tower in order to reach 15 arms tall. The first person that can stack their rocks to reach this point wins the game. So, yeah, that's basically what your goal is. You're going to be collecting rocks, and you're going to be building rocks on your tower. And stacking them may look a little complex, but each card on them, each rock card, has a little line. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. There we go. This line is the cutoff point when you're stacking. So whenever you're stacking, let me just put that down there, and there's a line. Focus again. There's a black line right above the 2. If I were to take another rock and stack it on top of that, I'd stack right above that line, and a new line would form right above the 3. The larger the rock, the higher up the line goes. So it would behoove you to use the larger rocks at the base of your tower, because once you reach a certain number or a certain height, you won't be able to place those large rocks anymore. You'll only be able to place the medium and small rocks. Now, what are these different size rocks that I'm talking about? Well, there's, like I said, small, medium, and large rocks. You've got round rocks and you've got flat rocks. Now, the difference between the two is mainly what they're used for, though you can use them for either attack or defense. The blue cards are your flat rocks. They are mainly suited for defense. In fact, you'll be wanting to construct your tower with these cards. They provide the most defense. Round rocks, on the other hand, are better suited to attack. Their attack value is usually higher than the defense. So in a perfect game, you'll want to throw these attack rocks, these round rocks, at your opponent to knock down their tower. And these blue cards, these flat rocks, you'll be wanting to construct your tower with these because the defense value is higher. Besides the rock cards, there's actually some special cards in the deck. This particular one is a big hit card. It's primarily used for offensive purposes. According to this, you can add +3 to your next attack draw. Now, I don't want to get too deep into the rules just because it would take a while to explain. But I will say that attacking and defending in this game is extremely easy. On your turn, you'll get a set number of action points to use. You can use them to stack rocks onto your tower from your hand. You'll be able to purchase rocks and effects from the quarry. The quarry being these cards along the top here. There will always be 5 cards in which to choose, and every card has a cost value on it. That is simply the number of action points that you'll need to spend on your turn to actually put the card into your ever-growing deck. So there's no outside currency or anything like that. You'll be spending action points. And finally, you can throw rocks at your opponent. And like I said, attacking and defending in this game is fairly easy. All that really entails is you picking a card from your hand, looking at its attack value, drawing extra cards as required depending on the attack value, and you'll sum up all of the attack points that you have. Now, you'll also be able to pick a spot on your opponent's tower. If you manage to successfully attack that point and win, everything at that point and above will be knocked down. Now, the opponent's defense value is the sum of that particular stone plus a certain amount of cards plus all of the cards that are directly above it. So the farther down you target, like if you target the base and he has a very large tower, it's going to be very difficult to beat that, and more than likely you'll fail. So it would probably be better to aim at the top of the tower and work your way down if at all possible. But hey, it's strategy, it's up to you. Now, I know I didn't cover everything that the game has to offer, but those are the highlights. Some things I will note. It's a little different than some of the other deck builders that I've played. For example, when you end your turn, you have to actually shuffle your discard pile into your deck every single time. Normally, you just let the deck run out, and then you would shuffle your discard pile and then form your new deck. Not the case here. Your quarry is always changing. That's a little different. Games like Dominion, you have everything available to you right away, and you're only limited by what kind of money you have. The quarry in this game is ever changing. So, a few differences, but overall, a lot of fun. Did you have a good time with it? Good. So yeah, you can check out the written preview at www.dadsgamingaddiction.com, or you can click on the link in the below description. That'll take you there as well. If you like what you see, feel free to check out the game on Kickstarter. I have a link to that in my written preview. So definitely check it out there and support it if you like the game. This is Vince and Vinny Jr. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.